Welcome to Retirement with Jim. So today, I'm going to talk about what is the best age to claim Social Security at? 65, 67, or 70? So before we get started, if you like my content, please subscribe to my channel. It helps my channel grow. Hit the bell notification. You can get notified to more videos. And of course, feel free to leave comments. Love to hear from you. Love to hear if you agree, disagree. Let me know. So with that, let's get started. So you'll notice that I didn't include 62 in that age group. There's a reason. So, 62, you are foregoing 30% of your Social Security income for life on a permanent basis. So, unless you have a unique situation that allows for you to claim at 62, it's probably the least favorable. So Social Security looks at four things that they determine. So they look at your work history, your earnings history, your full retirement age, and the age you claim at. Now, keep in mind, they look at 35 years of history. You got to have 35 years of work history to be eligible for, full retirement. You can retire with less, but you are going to get far less. Every year that you don't have any kind of income in there, those go down as zeros, which then brings the overall amount of money you're going to make, down. So keep that in mind. So work history and earning history, well, they kind of sound the same, but they're not. Work history is, what you have worked your entire life, your 35 years or less or more of what you have worked. And your earning history is obviously how much money you have earned. Now, when you think about it, the later in life, you should be making more money, so your earnings history should be higher, which will be, of course, very beneficial to you. So, and then the full retirement age is okay. In today's group, the full retirement age really is 67. That's the next big group coming up. So for them to get 100%, they're retiring at 67 years old. That's anybody born in 1960 or beyond. And that's the majority currently of the workforce, consequently. The claiming age, that has the biggest impact, on your amount of money you're going to make. So for instance, if you claimed at 62, you're giving up 30% of your income. That's a big hit to take. You really got to know, okay, am I set? Is that a good, all the circumstances, all the information you put together, is that in, of course, your best interest? Keep in mind, there's no concrete formula. There's no best for one fits all. It is absolutely your circumstances, what your health, how much money you have saved, maybe your desire to work anymore. All of these things, come into play. They make a big difference, a big impact on, your claiming age. So, 65, if you claim at 65, you're only going to give up somewhere between 6.7 and 13.3% of what your monthly payment will be. But you are going to be subject to the earnings test, meaning that how much money you may make and that's assuming you're going to, have a part-time gig or something that you're going to do that you're going to earn money. And so the earnings test takes a look at that. And you have caps then on how much you can earn, in a year. So before they start to take back any money, so you hit the earnings. If you hit the earnings test, you hit the cap, and you go beyond it. For every $3 you make, they're going to take back anywhere between $1 and $2, depending on how much money you make. Now, keep in mind, any money that you do give up does not disappear forever. Once you do hit full retirement age, you get that money back. So it's not a loss. It's a temporary loss. It's not a permanent loss. So it's, something to keep in mind. Obviously at 67%, age of 67, you are earning 100% and you are at full retirement age. You got nothing to worry about. And of course, if you wait till you're 70, you are going to earn an extra 24% of money in your monthly payment. So, which to choose? So it's what you don't have, what no one has, is that crystal ball. How long am I going to live? Now, there are some factors that you kind of probably already know. You know your family history. You know your medical history. You know if you have any kind of health issues, health concerns that will help you decide that now's the time, because health is just driving you to go, I can't go to work anymore. I can't go to work every day. That's just being driven by that. And that's a legitimate reason to say it's time to call it quits, time to get out. You know that with health issues, it's only probably going to get worse instead of better. So you got to think about that. So health concerns, maybe your job might be coming to an end early. Instead of finding another job, you might say to yourself, oh man, I need to just retire, not go out and try and find another job and start over. So, and, along with that, if you're able to work to 70, some people, they like that. They want that. They like to work, or they are geared towards, they want that money. So there was a study done by the University of Michigan Health and Retirement Study, and they did this study a few years back, and it was looking at what was the age at which to retire at. Well, United Income, which is a financial group in Washington, D.C., they were financial planning group. They took a look at 20,000 people in that study from the state of Michigan, and what they were looking for was the optimal long-term income, what's the best age to retire at. Now, for them, optimal income does not necessarily correlate to the highest monthly income. So what they look at is they're looking at the longevity. They're looking at how long you're going to live and what makes sense. Getting out at a certain age and you have this set amount, or working longer and of course getting more money on a long-term basis. Now, they found an astounding 57% said the retirement age you should retire at is 70 years old. Now, I know that's not a very popular, age. Who wants to work till 70? I have to say myself, I retired at full retirement age. I didn't see myself going to 70, not at all. And I'm very happy I got out. Very happy with, spending my time doing what I want and not having to deal with, all of the stress and the issues of having to continue to work. 62 wasn't really a necessary option for me. My wife took 62, made perfect sense between the two of us. I was taking full retirement age, worked out great for her, and she couldn't be happier. But you got to look at your personal situation and say, what's best? Remember, there's no one size fits all. So you got to ask yourself, what makes sense? I I kind of have advocated that, okay, retire, get out when you can, and get out as early as you can, as well as as long as you're comfortable and your finances are in order. But looking at the long-term effects and how long people are living, you got to ask yourself that maybe a little bit longer you wait, the more money you have, you're able to sustain yourself, in, your retirement. The ultimate goal is to be able to live out your life comfortably, doing the things you like, things you want to do, and not having to stress about, running out of money. Excuse me. So keep all that in mind. It's not a one size fits all. I think 65 is still a good optimum age because you're losing very little amount of money, and you're also eligible for Medicare. So, you're cutting out 2 years early if you're at 67. Not a bad plan. I think certainly better than 62. And you don't have to worry about it. At 62, you've got to cover your health care. 65, Medicare. So, but I think the ideal age is full retirement age, quite honestly. So tell me what you think. Love to hear from you. Love to know what you think. You agree, disagree? What did you do? Or what are you planning to do? So love to hear from you. So with that, I'm going to tell you have a great day, and I will see you in the next one.